message for you.
Gosh, Bronny, we're late. Let's see. Hey, Luna. We're broadcasting 2 minutes late because we suck.
I agree.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Yo, so we're back from BronyCon. Hold on, I want to add stuff to my shopping list because I need stuff eventually.
Luna says her birthday is coming up. When's your birthday, Luna?
Let's get back to telling us what the project is. Here's the pony. We put the legs on her last week. Started putting a little bit of hair. That's a little time-consuming process. We'll make it thicker later. But an almost complete pony here. And we have our other maybe halfway pony. We're making legs for them right now. We finished one leg last week. And we're going to finish up a few more legs for it. Till we have 4 legs. Then we'll put hair and stuff on this one. So I think we're doing...
Sounds good.
Yep, yeah, we're doing great.
So Luna's birthday is on the 24th. What day is that this month?
A Saturday. Good timing, man.
Good. We'll be sure to wish her a happy birthday.
Unless you're partying too hard and you don't tune into the stream, which, hey, you do you, girl.
Well, she doesn't need to be here for us to wish her a happy birthday.
You should come watch this a 2-hour stream and find the part where we remember and say, oh, wait, happy birthday to Luna Amethyst. Come to me, alcohol.
I got a better idea. Let's not do that.
I already did it, though.
Gosh darn it. What am I gonna do with you?
I don't know. Stop texting me, Brandon. I'm doing a stream for my internet fans. Ugh.
Yeah, internet fans take priority.
Obviously. Yes, I put these in the fridge so they'd be crispy.
Good. Did it work?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's just the best chocolate.
Luna says the more complete pony kinda reminds me of Pinkamena.
What?
I don't know.
It's
She
not-
also says I got a labyrinth shirt recently.
I didn't know there's still a church for that. That's cool.
Yep.
So, how's y'all week went? Oh, as you can see, I'm wearing my Wonderbolts hoodie that I got at BronyCon. I've always kind of wanted one since they made them at Hot Topic. Now I have one. What's funny is
Nice.
this is a large, and I feel like it doesn't fit me right. Like, too small. Or maybe perfect. Why am I big? Oh, and I think you all remember the pillowcase I have. This Trixie one that I thought was really awesome. The people who sell the pillowcases were back, and I bought a Twilight Sparkle one. That's good sleep
Sweet.
material. I washed it, so it's good to go. That's the good shit. Real good shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we got other stuff too. Like I now have a deck of the Secret Ship Fic folder, the card game. Brownie got me the card deck and an expansion. He also got
Ronnie
me
got
these-
you an expansion?
Yeah, you got me the expansion pack of Steven Universe.
Oh god, Steven Universe, not that mind poison.
Yeah, and you contributed to it. He also got me these 2 pictures of cats.
That's what I do.
He also got me all these stickers.
I got you a lot of stuff there.
Yes. Oh, he also got me this. A remote control car.
Jeez, how much stuff did that jerk give you?
Oh, he got me a cat keyboard, but I couldn't take it home because it wouldn't fit in my luggage. So, he's gonna send me that though.
That cat keyboard was the same one we used in my Legend of Everfree video.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't auction that or something. It would have been hilarious.
It's not worth anything.
How is it not worth anything? It's at least worth, like, however much money, like, a used toy would be worth. It
Used
works.
toy with a broken battery door.
It's the memorabilia, Bronny. Oh, wait, look at the back of this. I got wings. Oh, I got myself this wall scroll over here. Got a Queen Chrysalis one to match the plushie.
Luna says, you're such a doting boyfriend, Brawny. Yeah, I think you got too much stuff at BronyCon.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
I can never have enough
Because you
stuff.
just got a lot of stuff over at BronyCon.
I can never have enough stuff. All the stuff.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think
It'll
so.
get to weigh you down eventually.
No! Especially since it's utilitarian stuff like these pillowcases. And I got another pot holder. It was apple bloom, and I put it up in my kitchen with my Pinkie Pie and Applejack pot holders.
Alrighty then.
I know. It's awesome.
I'm actually in another tab right now, also editing pictures from BronyCon.
How dare you not devote 100% attention to looking at comments from people on the internet?
We have 3 people watching right now. Everybody share this stream.
Oh,
Get
crap,
more
I
people
forgot to
watch so
share
I
it.
have more.
That's probably
Come
why
on,
no
Heather.
one's here. I'm not on the vault tonight, I will say. I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. And I'm like, I'm sure it's nothing.
$1.05, I don't drink wine.
Why not?
Luna says, should I be concerned that you're getting so much Chrysalis merch? Buck5 says, how much did you and Brawny purchase at the convention? You just missed that, Buckin.
Oh, I could just go over it again. I can go on forever about all the cool swag I got.
Yep.
Well, I gotta open up Discord so I can link this in a million other places.
Hmm.
Literally just 3 chats. I don't even link it in Brawny's because Brawny usually retweets the tweet. And they follow him on Twitter. Riff Cafe.
So, what other good convention stories do we have, Heather? Do we have any good convention stories?
Oh man, I'd have to think about it. Cause hold on, I'm also.
Why didn't you think about it before you came in here? You knew people were going to be asking questions
Oh
about
my
it.
God! Stop drilling me.
I'm not drilling you.
Yes, you are.
I'm asking a reasonable question, and you don't have an answer. You're letting everyone down, Heather.
See, you're drilling me.
This isn't drilling.
Yes, it is. You're putting so much pressure on me to succeed, and I don't like it.
Well, somebody had to do it.
Everyone did it. I'm depending on you not to do that. How can you do this to me?
I don't know. I'm a terrible boyfriend. You shouldn't date me.
Yeah, you're kind of being a bad one right now, but I'll forgive it because, I don't know, I guess I have nothing better to do with my time. But as I guess you can clearly see, like, the Wonderbolt hoodie was something I bought. Really It's really awesome. It's great. I look good in it. Probably. My tits look funny. No. So I'm back.
So what are we working on tonight? Those pony plushies again?
Yes, I literally said at the beginning of the thing, but I'll do that so in just a minute. I just realized something I have to do, and I need to do it now before I forget. Because it has to do with real life consequences. Just load.
Alrighty then.
Just load. I remember, I remember to do it while I was in the shower, and I'm like, crap, I have to remember to do that as soon as I get out. Of course, by the time you get out of the shower, you forget.
What is it? What did you forget to do?
I forgot to submit my timesheets.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, you definitely got to remember to do that.
How are you gonna get paid?
Yeah, that's exactly why you got to remember to do that. I'm submitting it now. I'll probably, if anything, it would just delay my check. Like a day.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, what the buck? Oh, I think I did it for the wrong week. Whatever, that doesn't count.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says hi.
Hey girl, what's up? Alright, now I'm done.
Luna Amethyst wants to know, was there a Shadow Bolt hoodie?
There wasn't. This was the only one I saw. Shadow Bolts would have been cool too. I would have been split. Do I want Shadow Bolt or do I want a Wonderbolt? But I'll look out for that now. Now. But I don't think anyone's gonna make a Shadow Bolt hoodie anytime soon, which is unfortunate. Would have been cool.
I think my friend Vincent has a Shadow Bolt hoodie.
Hey, buy it off of him for me. At least find out where he got it. I want both.
I'll ask him, actually. I called him earlier today because it's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Vincent, if you're watching this in the future, which I don't know why you would. Why would you do that?
Haven't the slightest clue, babe.
Now let me think. What happened at BronyCon? We could tell him the frickin' rat story, which we've been telling to everyone.
Oh my gosh, the rat story is so great.
You tell the rat story this time. I want to hear how you tell it.
Alright, so we went on a date. I took her to a steakhouse that was over there. And on the way out of the steakhouse, this rat that's I don't know, half the size of my forearm. It was a big gosh darn rat. it just runs right across our feet. And Heather was just a little freaked out by it, right? And I do mean just a little. But I was like, oh yeah, there's a rat. It's a big rat. And she's like, oh no, there's rats all over the place. I said, and then I looked down, and I say, oh, and there's another one right there by your foot. And she looks down and sees this rat that's even bigger than the one that ran over us, except it's been pancaked into the pavement and has probably been there for a couple of days. And she screams so loud. It runs away. It was like she was walking on it, I think, or it was like right next to her foot.
I better fucking not have.
And I just said it so casual. I was like, "Oh, look, there's another one right there." And she looked down and saw this giant, pancaked dead rat just imprinted into the brickwork of Baltimore, and just just freaked out so bad and ran away, which of course caused me to start laughing.
And then I beat the crap out of
this
him.
abusive woman, in response to my laughing and something that was legitimately funny, comes up and starts punching me really hard in the gut.
After you just eaten so much pasta, seafood pasta. You're the worst.
I'm not the worst. I just point out things that are obvious, like giant rats in the pavement.
And that's not the worst. Get in here. Who's telling the freaking rat story?
Oh yeah, the rat story. I wasn't there for that, but I was introduced to the story by the way, Brawny's an asshole.
Oh my god.
What did I do? I pointed out...
You laughed at her!
And then I beat you up.
You laughed at her pain.
From me.
Heather, honey, you may want to tilt your camera up a little bit.
Oh, what?
I can't see your beautiful hair.
Just a little bit, because we want to make sure they see me crochet. That's the
Well, I know, they were just looking a little, your eyes are up here, let me put it that way.
Oh yeah, sorry. I know, my boobs don't look very flattering in this hoodie.
I'm sure Brawny appreciates it.
I have tiny boobies.
Buckin5 says, did the Mad Munchkin announcement surprise you?
I guess, because I didn't even know that there were people thinking of getting married.
I mentioned it on this stream weeks ago before they told me.
You only implied it.
I didn't imply it because they hadn't
know.
told me. They hadn't told me. They did tell me a few days before Maddie was going to show up in America. And we were like, okay, we got to get this together real quick. It's kind of last minute. At least especially compared to like Will and Katie. Will gave us like weeks of heads up.
Yeah, he told
Trevor
us,
only gave us a few days.
Like, freaking Will, I knew so far in advance that I forgot about it by the time the thing happened. I was just like, oh, yeah!
What's funny is, because for TF2, because Will is part of the TF2 group and Katie wasn't, we could talk about the engagement freely in the TF2 chat. In this case, since Maddie was the one in TF2 and Trevor was the one who wasn't, those of us who knew, which wasn't everybody, not everybody on TF2 knew it was going to happen. It was only a few people. And we couldn't talk about it in the TF2 chat. So a good chunk of people were floored, whereas with Will and Katie, the only person who didn't know was Anthony. I felt bad. I turned around and I see he's like shocked, like, oh, did we not tell you? And he's like, no. It's like, well, go on Skype more, okay? Jeez.
It wouldn't kill him. It was nice. I'm only partially familiar with Maddie, and like the dude I didn't know at all. So I was just like, oh, that's nice.
I know him as Maddie's boyfriend. I met him first BronyCon 2017, and I knew him as Maddie's boyfriend. I've never known him out of context of that. We got to know each other much better this time around because we were both watching Maddie and Silver's vendor table all the time. And we started shipping. He's like, now that we're engaged, we got to get the next people. I'm like, well, let's see. The next one's on my list.
Oh my god, the list.
How long and extensive is that list?
It's quite a list.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna need you to stop doing that.
I told you, you guys are down for 2022.
I don't know if I can make that deadline. You're putting me on a deadline.
You gotta make a deadline. We've got a lot of weddings lined up after you guys.
But look, I'm feeling the pressure. I don't. It's like you got me a deadline. And I was like, crap. I only have a finite amount of time.
Yes.
If we're down for 2022, you're down for 2021.
No, 2021 is Maddie and Trevor.
Are they getting married?
And Sweetie.
No,
and whoever.
There's never gonna be an and Sweetie. You need to come to terms with this.
Unless it's
I'm gonna set you up on some blind dates. I'm
No.
gonna hook you up.
Remember,
I'm gonna hook you up with a nice libertarian gentleman.
Remember last stream when I mentioned the fact that I was demisexual? That kind of implies that blind dates give me anxiety.
Alrighty then. Let's see here. Honey Drop the Unicorn wants to know if we have any tips on creating a super pony form.
I don't know. I don't really create those. I made my pony a super pony once, though, but that's more of like a superhero thing, and I don't think that's the same.
Yeah, if you're referring to like TF2 stuff, we all did our own thing. I was kind of thrown in there. I was like, oh, what if you had a super form? And I didn't know enough about TF2 to know what the heck they were talking about. And I'm like, well, super to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, you're really giving them a show now, woman. Jeez.
I need to get my scissors.
Oh my.
I mean, it was that or ask you to do it. Do you want to give them the show?
I wouldn't have needed to lean over the camera like that. I'm just saying.
Dang it.
You're both goofy. Megan McGonigal says, "Oi, to anyone saying bad things about Baltimore, stop it. I came there and it's going through a hard time, so stop." Listen, Baltimore's always been going through a hard time.
Brian, don't fight with the internet people.
It's just a crappy city. It's just a horrible place.
It's a poverty-stricken town, and, you know, there's a lot of towns like that, and I'm sure I don't hold... Well, if Baltimore was a person, I wouldn't hold them personally against them.
One time...
It's a city.
The one time I went outside unarmed, somebody flashed a gun at me. I was so pissed.
I walked down several city blocks well past midnight on my own, and I was fine. Get over it.
Let's see here. Tammy Dillistone says, "I've been there 4 times and it's always been bad." And
oh, that's my sister.
Say,
hi, Tammy.
Oh, hi.
Well, your sister is telling you to put a bra on.
No, you're not the boss of me. I don't live with you anymore, Tammy. I'm gonna be straight boobies out. My boyfriend's here. I can do what I want.
Oh my.
Yes. As the boyfriend, I have ultimate power.
No, you
Over
don't.
her boobies, maybe.
I thought I had ultimate power for my boobies.
Well, you can withhold access if he's sleeping on the couch.
Yes.
Buckin5 says, "Sweetie, can you get the cat, please?"
That cat would not stop barking me while I was doing chores today.
Because you weren't giving it attention.
I gave her attention here and there. Mommy's got to fold the laundry and put it out to dry, apparently. Oh, there you are, Cradler. She's shaped like a heart right now.
Luna says, "I'm a lovable jerk."
Yes, you are. They all
Clayton
are.
Johnson says, "Sorry, I'm late."
That's cool. I forgot to tweet this thing out earlier.
Shameful.
I know. I'm really bad at it right now. I had an off day. It was an off day with me doing chores. The raining and the not dry clothes and all the stuff. Not my best chore day.
Luna Amethyst wants to know if Golden Key will be the next wedding.
From what my understanding, Golden Key has no intentions of being married for quite some time, if ever. I mean, I'd welcome it. Like, I remember Key told me once, like, she's like, "I'll tell you when Brett has engaged the minute I want the entire fandom to know." Or Brett and I engaged the minute I want the entire fandom to know. I was like, sounds about right.
It's fair.
2021 for Finn and Takara.
Oh yeah, Finn and Taka! Maybe we can move Finn and Taka up before you two.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. 2023.
Maybe I can make
Luna says, "I don't know when I'll get married."
You don't have to think about it right now.
Usually you don't know until you get the engagement ring on your finger, and even then you're like, crud, we have to pick a date.
Take your time, girl. Be chill. Play video games and eat tacos.
Let's see here. Luna has had so many comments up for review that I've had to show. This next one she just says booby power.
No, it's all about my boobs, aren't they?
Probably.
Megan McGonagall wants to fight me in a Denny's parking lot.
Oh, that's real. I know where Denny's is. Can you fight in that one?
I don't want to fight.
But whoever loses has to buy you a slam.
So you get
No, my slams come
The
free
slam from
when
the
I'm
Denny's.
fighting.
Breakfast slam.
Okay.
The grand slam.
No, I understand. I understand. Except I don't. I don't really.
Clayton Johnson says, I'm getting married to myself because I love me.
That's
Aw.
beautiful. Do that. Do
We
that.
tend to call that narcissism.
Yes, we do.
But it's a beautiful thing.
I don't think narcissism is beautiful.
Oh, really, Mr. I'm always right?
Well, that's called a statement of fact. What do you want from me?
My statement of fact is that I'm a ugly SOB. You still don't let me get away with it.
Because
Isn't that
it's
right?
wrong.
Isn't that right? Isn't that
Listen, if you start speaking in truths 100% of the time like I do,
You
I will
speak in
stop-
BS like
I will
75%
stop
of the
saying
time.
you're wrong.
I don't know.
What other stories do we have from BronyCon?
God, I don't know. Like,
Sweetie,
I don't know.
why don't you tell a BronyCon story? I didn't see nearly as much of you as I would have liked.
Well, that's because you were with your girlfriend.
And we were doing a lot of exhausting stuff. The freaking King Sombra shoot was pretty taxing.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy sweat through so much. Bronny was very sweaty most of that time. Yeah.
Well, the somber costume tends to do that, but yeah, what do you got, sweetie?
If I recall, like, the night before we did King Sombra, we didn't sleep very much because we were watching Endgame. And Endgame is a long movie. Like 3 hours.
Which was why I thought you all were nuts. Especially Louis, because he knew what you were signing you guys up for.
Well, Louis is insane.
And I was like, look, I gotta be up in the morning to help Silver with his booth, so peace. You know? Like, I gotta get my 621 rule in there. And so we barely got, like, a bit into the movie before I'm like, okay, thanks, bye. And walked down the dark streets of Baltimore on my own, back to my hotel room. Mr. Baltimore was dangerous. You know, and
for what it's worth, great movie.
it was a great movie. I'm glad you guys saw it. But I was like, look, I've seen it. I want my sleep. Bye.
I think the
Bye, Felicia.
I think the best thing I liked out of the movie was we're learning where America's
America's
comment
ass
came from.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, okay, you guys, your internet people made that shit up. They didn't say that, and they said that. I'm like,
I said it several times in the film. Like, that is America's ass. It's like, damn straight it is.
I like that Captain America just has that much body positivity.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says, Sweetie Bloom, don't ever talk bad about yourself. You are an awesome person.
Lies.
Girl,
Sweetie,
I'm gonna beat
you are
that
no
attitude
longer
out of
allowed
you
to say
somehow.
that is lies. From
It
now
is
on,
lies.
from now on, these statements will be punishable by brawny beatings.
They are lies.
Little kitty belly, just exposed. Do you not like that?
Look at that. Look at that cat belly.
Hi, sweetheart. I missed you.
Yes, I did.
Oh, we should tell you about the story when we did come home from BronyCon. We come into this apartment near midnight.
Oh, yeah.
We come in. She's doing fine, but somehow she managed to... Like, we just come into the kitchen. It's covered in glass because she broke a teacup, and the freezer's open. It's just like, okay, we trying to feed yourself some bacon? What the hell?
That cat is evil.
I mean,
That's why she's your baby.
That's why it's a given. She's as evil as me on the inside. She just looks like a beanbag.
She's getting a little chip chip.
I don't know what you want me to do about that. I mean, I could chase her around with a car, but that's not nice. I showed the RC car to Knife, and she just kind of was like, "What the hell?" and just ran away from it. And so did Sweetie.
I did what?
We're spooked by the car.
Oh,
yeah.
there's a story. How about we talk about how the two of you freaking assaulted me
Which
on
time?
Saturday night at BronyCon when we were all hanging out with our friends.
Which time?
What was your
I
offense?
legit don't remember.
What was
What do
your
you mean
offense?
you don't remember?
I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen. What was your offense?
You freaking took pictures of it and posted them to Twitter.
I love
Oh,
that was a victory pose. That was a great one.
Oh yeah, man. We ended up turning into like 3-year-old kids at the end of the night.
They were trying to tickle me. They were
That's
trying to
right.
fight
We
me.
learned
Heather kept
Ronnie's
beating me
tickle
up the
noise.
whole
It's
weekend.
so cute.
I discovered it one night.
No,
I was
yes,
just like,
she told me about it. It's like he has a tickle giggle. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to find it. So I'm chasing him down around the lobby to get him in the tickle spot, and I got it, and I about pissed my pants. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, you did not get the tickle spot.
I
don't know what
did.
the heck.
I heard
we
that
got
screech.
the noise. We got the
You
noise.
you went soprano on me, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was great. It's
It's
great.
fantastic. Like, I think twice I got it out of you, and I about died each time.
Oh,
You got me to like screech, but that's not like
No,
the
no,
tickle
because
one.
there's like your normal screech, but then there's the high pitched screech.
It's so freaking cute.
There's nothing cute about it. And
It's
you're both
adorable.
terrible people. And then Heather kneed me in the groin.
It was by accident. You made me do that.
I didn't make you do anything.
You pulled me over.
I didn't pull you over. You freaking tackled me.
You pulled me down.
And
And
then
I'm
I tried
sorry
to get
I
up,
need
and
you in the
tackled-
groin. That was
And then I tried to get up,
unintentional.
and you tackled me again. And when you tackled me again, you freaking kneed me in the groin. And then like 3 more times I kept trying to get up, and other people kept trying to freaking tackle me, and I'm like, none of you were helping.
No,
I
we're
feel
not.
so alone, and I came here to have a good time, and I'm just getting attacked.
Yeah. but
No,
then
I
got
was
my-
not helping him get up. I think I stepped on his chest at some point. No, I was not being helpful.
My foot.
I didn't know she needs you in the groin though. I would have felt
It
bad
was
about
an
that.
accident.
Okay.
I didn't know until after the fact.
I didn't know. I would have
You
known
didn't
either.
hear me. You didn't hear me go, oh, she got me, frick, ah.
I thought you were joking.
I thought you just meant that she tackled you good.
What did you wish you were there? Did you want to tackle Daddy?
She's like, no.
Yes, tackle Daddy.
He's like, I will tackle him with teeth and claws.
Vulcan5 wants to know if Knife would react to a picture of herself.
She should react to the picture that basically is herself. Of the 2 kitty pictures, I wanted this one because it looked like Knife. Show Knife the picture.
Okay. Knife.
Stop smelling my shirt.
So I scared the crap out of her. I feel bad now.
Hey, kiddo. Hey, kiddo. Look.
Luna Amethyst wants to
She
know
gives no care.
my tickle
She's like,
weakness.
yeah, that's me. I know I look hot.
She's like, what if? What was the question?
Luna wants you to tell us about the tickle weakness.
It's the back of his neck.
I don't know. His pits are pretty vulnerable too. I got it out of him that one night. I was just like, I don't know. We were wrestling about something and I tickled him, and then he was just like, "Ee!" I'm like, discovery. He did not like that discovery.
And it's fantastic. And then she shared it with me. I'm like, now I gotta see this. So I'm chasing him around the freaking lobby.
It's so widespread now.
Yes. Now everybody knows.
Great, now I'm gonna have to deal with that at every convention.
Yep. You're gonna have to wear real armor.
Pit
I do
armor.
wear real armor. I'm
All
gonna
the-
have to wear something that's like all encompassing and doesn't have any chinks in it. I'm gonna have to be like, I don't know, like Toph from the Invasion of the Fire Tribe, where she just completely encases herself.
Oh, in metal? Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that.
Oh man, I do. I want to rewatch Avatar. It's so.
Sweetie, if the Disney men got another animal
Yeah.
friend, which animal would it be?
If wah 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 wah.
It's a very vague question. If the Disney men got another animal friend, which animal would it be?
Does it mean that Disney Man is in all the love interests of the princesses?
Yeah, what do you mean by Disney men?
Yeah, I
don't
don't
quite
know.
understand.
Oh, sweetie, what did you purchase at the convention? Anything?
This is my BronyCon story. So, little known fact about me: I have quite a good amount of Silver Quill merchandise. To the point, Katie's given me the nickname Silver Trash. Funny thing is, I never paid for any of it. He's never taken my money. Anytime I've shown an interest in something, he's just given it to me, like from day one. And so I'm helping him with his table, and there are a lot of things that I've shown interest in. And one of them in particular, even from a previous con, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're selling journals and it comes in pink. And he specifically puts a pink journal aside for me at BronyCon, gives it to me, refuses to take my money. Refuses to take my money for that, for the quill, for the Doom flag, for what else did I get from it? For a print, all these things he just gives to me, refuses to take my money, but little does he know. I was the one watching the table. Well, he knew that, obviously. But I watched the table whenever he went away, so I paid for it while he was gone.
You, girl, you are paying him with your time and love.
No! That's payment for me to be able to help him. No. So, yes, that's what I purchased. I also actually...
Does he know about that?
Yes, he does. I texted him as soon as I did it. Took a picture of it and sent it to him, and I went, haha, I win, and he goes, curses.
Darn you. Let's see.
Yes, I got this little thing from Hungry Soma. It's Applejack being adorable.
I love it. I got one too, and it was of Gallus.
I think that's all I got. I don't think I get, because I didn't wander from Silver's booth very much. I got my badge, but that I commissioned before I got to BronyCon. I got another badge from Lightning Bliss.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says, I almost called the bomb squad last night.
Huh?
Honey Drop the Unicorn says, I almost called the bomb squad last night.
And why? I'm actually still hungry.
Megan McGonigal says, I took melatonin and feeling so tired and almost sleeping right now. Megan, you should probably go to bed.
Yeah, I figured there's
go
a
to bed.
reason you took that. You need to be sleepy.
We'll deal with that later.
Yes. Mess. Knife, come in here and play with the wrappers.
So if we're waiting for a lull for Brian to catch up with the chat, there was a kind of a semi follow-up to that story, because at some point, from what I understand of the context, Silver did something similar to British Ninja and gave him a print for free. And so at some point, British Ninja and A&Y come up to the table and they see that I'm the one looking after it, and they're sort of going back and forth to themselves. They haven't quite approached me yet. And then, apparently Silver comes back from whatever panel he was doing, and Y is like, British Ninja, quickly, I'll distract him! And he, tries to keep Silver away from the table, and then British Ninja runs over to me, throws me a $10 bill, is like, this is for something he gave me earlier, oh, okay. And so Silver's like, there's no use, British Ninja, I won't take your money, and I just go, too late! And he's like,
You betrayed him! Why did you do this?
Yes, I was the enemy of Silver's generosity throughout the con.
Oh my god, you guys are goofy.
Oh, I just realized I never said hi to Lightning Bliss. I forgot she was even there.
It's shameful.
I know.
Hey,
I totally forgot.
Did we go to the BronyCon rave?
Bronypalooza? Yeah, because I went to Bronypalooza, if that's what you mean. Several times. Got on his shoulders. Bronny freaking... Will was on stage, and I was really trying to see him when he was dancing at one point, and Bronny just goes, here, come here. And I'm like, oh, whoa, and he gets me on his shoulders, and I'm like, yeah, I can see Will. And then a guy comes up who's from security and goes like, you need to stop that. And we're like,
well, yeah, because that's dangerous as hell.
It is, but it was interesting.
It was dangerous as hell.
It would be for anybody else, but I am Brawny.
Yes, and anybody else is going to imitate you and get their heads cracked open, dingus.
It's for the children.
Well,
it's for the children.
Their fault for being weak. Maybe they should have been strong.
Bronny, stop it. It's
You
freaking,
should have made that choice.
It was slightly embarrassing, but it's cool. I wanted to tell my mom that one, though, because she just goes, wow, Bronny must be really strong if he's hoisting you on your shoulders. That or you lost weight. I'm like, take your pick, Mom. I'll take either.
Why not both?
Why not both, Mom?
Los dos?
I
We
love
did.
it when
We
you
did
talk Spanish
notice.
to me.
We did notice that you lost like you dropped. What did you drop? Like 15 pounds, something like that.
I have no idea how much I weigh right now. We don't have a scale.
Okay.
We don't
I'll
have
buy
room
you
in the bathroom for a
one.
scale.
I was gonna put it in the kitchen so I could weigh my cans.
Oh,
And not my boobs. You.
I thought cans referred to your butt.
I thought cans were your boobs. Brownie, settle the debate.
Your
Are cans...
your can is your butt.
The can's the toilet. The
It
can
can be either.
I swear
Like,
it has
that's
to.
the stupid
This is
thing
like the
about
debate.
English
Kids.
language.
This is like the debate I had with my friend. Like, you know that song, The Joker, by what is the Steve Miller Band?
Probably not.
Some people call me a space cowboy.
Oh yeah.
That, and then it goes like, I really want to shake your I really want to shake your tree. Something about your peaches, and I'm like, dude, peaches totally refer to boobs. And like, my friend Juanita's like, nah, it totally refers to the butt. And I'm
peach
like,
butt. Yeah.
I know, but I'm
Peach
like,
butt.
no wait, because you know, chicks are always saying their breast sizes by fruit, so it could be peaches.
Who the heck refers to the breast size as peaches though?
I don't know.
It's like apples, oranges, watermelon. I've never heard peaches because it's heart shaped like your butt.
I did not, but yeah, I ended up having a Twitter poll like, guys, settle this debate. And then, like, of course she won with butt, but a lot of people in the comments went like, nah, it means pussy. And I'm like, what? How does peaches mean pussy?
Well, I mean, it's... Never mind.
Okay, let's not get into that.
The less we get into the details, the better.
This is a little too much for a PG chat.
Damn it! I did it again. Okay, can somebody start putting dollars in the swear jar? Link below.
Yes, that's right. We need money.
We need money. Honey, I want money.
So stop threatening to
If
give me
you are
crap.
enjoying the show, be sure to donate to
I need
Heather's
money to give
PayPal.
Sweetie stuff.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, how's that pony coming?
Well, I finished. We have 3 legs here. We only need 1 more leg, and then we'll have legs for little weirdo Applejack, I guess. They're both earth ponies. I just kind of picked yarn because I have an excess of yarn that I got passed down to me from one of my grandpa's girlfriends. So I just have a whole bunch of yarn that I need to use for stuff.
Luna Amethyst says, I'm keeping my freaking money. Luna needs to put $1 in the swear jar now. And Mega McGonagall says, I'm broke, so yeah, loophole.
Yeah, if you broke, don't put no money in there.
Put all the money in there.
No, not if you're broke.
Go couch diving.
You can give me a nickel.
So Honey Drop the Unicorn almost called the bomb squad because she was packing lunches and there were some superheated sodas in there that were ready to blow up, and then when she threw them in the dumpsters, they did blow up.
Oh my god. That's the worst. By the way, one of your sparkling waters in the fridge I dropped, so be careful when you open that.
Okay.
Good thing you reminded me. She probably would have had that push. She's like, Heather, why?
No, I wouldn't have blamed you. I probably would have assumed I did it to myself and forgot about it.
Dang it, I could have gotten out of that one.
Yes.
You could have, but you didn't. You failed.
Bronny, I want it on the record. Can we watch G.I. Joe after this?
Sure, I guess.
I'm in a G.I. Joe mood. So how was work today?
It was alright.
Aight.
We were actually grossly understaffed.
I ripped my shorts again.
We started the day with 15 puppies.
Aw.
But luckily I was able to get 7 of them to go to rescue by the end of the day.
Aw.
So.
That was like more than half, wasn't it?
Of the puppies, yes. We had a heck of a lot of dogs, though. But ironically, like, it's one of those things, we fluctuate about where we have room. So we started the day basically being like, we don't have any room in the small dogs and puppies room. And what happens as soon as we open? 15 puppies. And we're just like, frick. So that's why they were like, find a rescue. Like, all day, they're like, Claire, find a rescue. Find a rescue. Find a rescue. I don't want these puppies here. Just make them go away. Find a rescue to take them. We can't do it. And I was very happy. A little bit of love was like, yeah, we'll take all of them. And we're like, all the little ones. The 5 of them were like, they were huge. They were like, oh yeah, you know, our pit bull got pregnant because they were stupid and didn't spay her. And we think like she got together with like this lab street dog. And they're like, Lab my Tookus, that your dog got together with a Great Dane. These are 4-month-old puppies, and they're the size of Labradors. Don't you tell me that it was a Labrador was the other parent in this relationship. It was like a Mastiff. A huge dog. They were huge puppies.
I really like. It amazes me. You tell me these stories about all these puppies coming in. I'm like, man, this stuff happens all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
That's amazing.
All the time.
Ooh,
Too often.
girl, that's amazing.
Have you checked out my pillow?
Oh, yes, very cute.
I love them. I need to get more
I
pillows.
feel like they need to be in the opposite order so that Trixie's actually trying to do damage to Twilight.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There we go.
Yes. I have
Let's
such
see
a
here.
nerve-
Luna says the bruise I got on my knee is healing up.
That's nice.
That's good. I hate it when I bruise.
I've got
I
it.
get bruises on my legs all the time, and I don't know why. I'm like, what am I
Buckin' Five
doing?
wants to know if Sweetie has ever encountered me during a Sombra video. She's helped me film a couple of times.
I filmed them. I've never appeared in front of camera, thank God.
Really? You don't want to do some sort of gag?
I don't. Have you not noticed that cameras and I don't get along?
They don't get along with me either when I go like
Oh,
this.
yes, they do. Well, I don't think they get along with anybody when they go like that.
But I do that like so, like I put my chin down just a bit too far. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody should look at Twitter because I just posted 3 pictures of Heather.
Oh God, what did you? Oh wait, was one of them the group pic? I didn't like me in the group pic.
You were gorgeous. Shut
Well,
up.
I
I
did
didn't
post a
like it.
group
My
pic
chin
to
wasn't
Twitter,
angled
but that's
just the right
different.
way. I needed to be a little more to the from the camera was facing a little more to the left. I had my chin up too high.
Clayton Johnson asks, is it wrong to dislike stereotypes?
No.
No, like so you know what you like and don't like, as long as it's like something in media, like oh man, I hate this
Is it a
stereotypical
positive
plot.
stereotype or a negative stereotype? Like,
Even then,
take Italians, for example.
even positive stereotypes can be dull and boring and shake it up a little.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
all
know,
right.
because Italians have those stereotypes of overfeeding everybody, and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that as well.
I'm okay with the stereotype that Irish are all drunks because let's be honest, Irish are all drunks.
Yeah, I
Let's
should go to
not be
Ireland
wrong.
one day.
It's beautiful.
They have good stuff to eat.
Probably. Well, to your liking, I'm sure. Actually, the best fish and chips I ever had was in Ireland.
Do we think that Sweetie could deliver puppies if she had to? I don't think she could
Well-
deliver puppies if she had to because her eggs aren't compatible with dogs.
Yeah, hilarious. If the funny thing is, there have been births at my shelter several times. You don't need to do anything. 9 times out of 10, when a bitch is giving birth, you leave them alone.
And she's using bitch in the technical term, so it
Yeah.
doesn't count as a swear.
She knows what she's doing, even if she's a first time mom. She knows what she's doing. You all we ever do whenever one is giving birth is we sort of peek in every once in a while just to count the number of puppies, which totally saved a puppy's life this one time. This traumatized me a little bit. So there was this French bulldog, and she gave birth, and we wrote down how many puppies she had. We wanted to make sure we were keeping track. And so I was changing out her blankets, and the last thing she had was this comforter. Now this mom, for some reason, likes burying her puppies in like the blankets and stuff. So I'm moving the puppies over so I can change out the blankets, and I do, and I take out the comforter and I put it aside, and and then one of my so my boss takes the mom out for a walk while I'm doing this, and she comes back and she's like, "Okay, you have all 8 puppies?" And I go, 8? Because I only had 7. And I was like, so I go back to the comforter. There was a hole in the comforter, and one of the puppies had crawled inside of it.
What?
And if we hadn't realized by counting that there was a puppy missing and had to I basically ripped the comforter apart to save the puppy from the blanket. But that traumatized me because if she had double checked my math, that could have been
Very
really bad.
Dude, I would have had an anxiety attack.
Right. Well, I didn't want to. I mean, it was one of those things that I realized how bad it was afterwards. I'm like, oh God. But sometimes when I'm in the moment, I just tunnel vision. I need to find the puppy. That's all I'm thinking about.
Oh, work mode.
Yeah, work mode.
So
Exactly.
what do you do when a dog or a cat eats one of the babies?
Ew.
It hasn't happened. We very
I've seen
rarely.
a cat eat a baby.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying it hasn't happened for us.
Let's see here.
You know
Honey
what's-
Drop the Unicorn says, I'm working with a stray cat so I can catch her so I can get her to a rescue. I named her Nod, which is a
Aw.
really weird name.
I like it.
It's a cute name.
It's interesting. It's unique. You know what this reminds me of? Did I ever tell you guys about the time one of my dogs gave birth?
Gave perf.
Yes, gave perf. I don't know what that is, but yes, she also did that. We got 2 puppies from my cousin whose dog had puppies, and they were brother and sister. But the girl got pregnant.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like dogs. Like we make the joke sometimes when we have like a male and a female come in, like okay, follow your brother or possibly boyfriend, and then we go or both, likely both. In fact, both is the most likely answer.
Because dogs are like that. I get it. Like yeah. So the girl got pregnant, and it was one very rainy day when none of our parents, both of our parents were gone, and it was me, my little sister, and my 2 older brothers. Actually, I don't know where my older brother was. Freaking, I don't know. But my other brother Alexander was here, and we had the dogs inside with us because it was raining. And then the black girl dog just started screaming and screaming and screaming. We're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? We put her on my bed because we don't know what else to do. We saw the baby start coming out of her. And to me, I guess it looked like they were coming out of her butt, and I was freaking out. I'm like, oh no, she's too young to have babies. She's too young.
You didn't know she was pregnant until she started popping them out?
Yeah, I'm a kid. I was a kid. I don't know. I was like 5. Was I 5? I don't remember. I was really young when we had these puppies. In grade school. So I was like, oh, she's too young to have babies. She's too young to have babies. And my brother Alexander had to calm me down. I think he put on SpongeBob and made me sit down. And I'm like, okay, SpongeBob, yeah. Makes me feel better. And then, so, she gave birth to the puppies, and I go in to see them again, and I think there was only like 2 puppies.
Ooh, that's a pretty small litter.
Yeah, I think some of them died because she would give birth a few times after that, and a lot of puppies would die.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Didn't make it.
Yeah. So, but then she started, what's that sac thing? The placenta. She ate that, and I was just like, oh, you're gross. Don't eat the placenta.
No, she's supposed to.
I know, but I was a kid, and I was just like, ew, that's nasty. That was in you. But yeah, then we got our little puppy Thunder. At least I called him Thunder. I don't remember what everyone else called him, because I didn't like the name they gave him.
Heather, are you going to eat your placenta when you give birth?
1, not giving birth. 2, no. I don't know if that's the same for humans, but no thank you.
I mean, yes and no. It's not as nutritionally needed by humans, and it's certainly not prey needed by humans. So, it's not needed.
I don't want
it. Wouldn't hurt you.
I think that was a birth control, Brownie. You've honestly made me a bit more against birth today. Good job. You're crushing Sweetie's dreams over here.
Emily says, I'm done with my first week of high school.
Nice!
How'd it go?
Yeah, how did it go? Luna says, I may cosplay Vinyl Scratch or Princess Luna.
Both.
Nice.
Do both. I didn't even think about it when I was in the wig shop, but I found a wig that I really, really liked. And it turns out, I'm like, hey, this would actually be good for Vinyl Scratch. I gotta think of something new to do with a Vinyl Scratch cosplay, because, I love that wig a lot. Short wigs are so nice.
Buckin5 wants to know what you cosplayed for BronyCon.
Okay, so, first day of BronyCon, I cosplayed as my OC, just myself, and I have like a shirt that has my cutie mark on it, and on the back, written in gold glitter, it says Princess Heather Blossom, all on the back, and I shoved my wings into my shirt, so the text doesn't get obscured. So, and the headband that I had that was perfect had ears and a horn on it, broke. So I used some spare brown ears I had, and we eventually got into the vendor's hall and bought me another brown horn, which is unfortunate because every time I would hug Brownie, it would poke him in the eye or the ear.
Well, you gotta poke him with your horn every once in a while. He does it enough to you.
I was bleeding.
You were not bleeding. You're a liar.
Guys, she forcibly took my ear virginity with her horn.
I took it way before that with my curse words, okay? Your virgin ears were thoroughly violated beforehand.
Now nobody will marry me.
Guess you're stuck with me. Plan succeeded. Oh,
it's a trap.
I had a nightmare last night, and so I need to ask you this question. What is our go-to plan if a UFO crashes right in front of us?
Say hi.
That's not the thing I need to hear right now. I had a dream we were in line somewhere, you and me, and a UFO. I was on the phone with my mom in this dream, and she was asking me something like, "Oh my God, wait, Mom, shut up!" And then a UFO crashed right outside the building we were in, and you wouldn't move. And I'm like, "No, sweetie, they're gonna kill us. We gotta go." And you wouldn't move.
I probably would have done the opposite. I would have run towards it.
But sweetie, what we can't. I'm all for us making friends with aliens, but I don't know if that's the safest way for first contact.
But what if they need a first aid? Because
don't-
they just crashed. They just got into a crash, and they may need help, and you're running away from the poor invalid and letting them die.
What if
You're being a terrible good Samaritan?
No. What if the spaceship was about to explode? And also,
Then even more reason to get the poor aliens out of there. You're just gonna watch them explode from a distance.
yes, but also in those situations, even with people, you should call the police first.
Yes, but who's going to be in charge of that sort of thing? Maybe emergency personnel having to do with non-humans.
I guess. Okay, you're a vet, so I guess it makes sense.
I'm not
for
a
you.
vet, but
Well,
I am a
you know,
shelter tech. I have to deal with emergency situations dealing with non-humans. So I would deal with the emergency. I would probably tell you to call 911. To be like, call the other people who know what the heck they're doing. Meanwhile, I've got to try to save them from the exploding
I think Sweetie's just
UFO.
trying to clap some alien cheeks.
What?
Some alien. It's an Area 51 meme. It's like all the people want to go into Area 51 just to bang aliens.
Oh, fun times.
Oh, that's a way. What if it was?
Sweetie wants to hook up with Spock.
Nah, well...
Is Spock your type?
I mean, I'm into the intelligent type, I guess.
Sweetie wants to hook up with a Klingon.
No,
not
that's
the
Heather's
Kling-
type.
I don't like Klingons.
Oh, come on, you know Bronny's a Klingon.
He is, but he's got the weird head.
I'm clingy.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to get past the spiky head thing.
But well, I must say that his head isn't spiky anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm into the nerd type, I guess.
I
But-
got both.
The whole like lack of emotion thing, I feel like would get old real quick.
Well, particularly Spock, because he was half human. Well, they had emotion. They just like stifled.
Yeah,
it.
I know, but I can't deal with that in humans. I can't deal with that in people who are like detached from their emotions too much. Then there are people who are too emotional. Like I like a nice healthy balance because there are people who are like emotional over everything and like
Who
okay.
were like the anti-Vulcans? What were they called again?
You mean the Romulans?
Romulans.
Yeah.
I want to get up on that.
Get up on the Romulans. No, thank you. No, I mean that was the thing. I was like, Vulcans are not emotional enough. It's like, and then there's Romulans. Like, well, they're too emotional. Like, hi, God forbid, I want human. I want someone normal.
Normal is boring.
Clayton says, remember when Brawny talked smack about alicorns and Heather beat him up? Which time? Because that's happened.
That happens a lot.
Like if we were on a panel, I'd probably beat him up in the middle of the panel. That's probably why he hasn't invited me
God,
to
she
be on any
is so
of us.
abusive, everyone. I need you all to call CPS.
You know you love
That's
it.
Child Protective Services.
Yeah.
You're not a child.
I am so a child.
Maybe in the head, but physically.
Not on the head.
Oh
Listen,
my!
guys,
She
fine.
said it.
I identify
Y'all are
as a
horrible
6-year-old girl, okay? How dare you not respect my pronouns?
Okay. First of all, shut up.
That's step one.
Second of all, you disgust me.
Yeah.
Megan McGonagall says, who else is going to storm Area 51?
I don't got time for that.
Storm your animal shelters and save them from the prison that they're in. Okay? Okay.
Where is Area 51?
Nevada.
Oh, okay, so I was like, if it's near here, maybe I'd go, but not. I can't. go
I mean,
there.
it's within driving distance if you want to go road trip style, but nah.
I would like to go to the little places where they have like he's like, oh, believe in alien places, like those little tourist stops. Of one day, but that'd be cool.
Probably the most notable would be Roswell.
Oh, that's cool. Take some selfies.
If you girls had to date any horror movie villain, who would you date?
Hold on, let me think about it.
I don't watch enough horror movies to even have a concept. Secondly,
So I think of like the big three, but they're all disgusting. Like,
well, duh, they're the villains of a horror film. I mean,
unless you want to get weird about it. I've read enough fanfics of Jason Voorhees. If he keeps the mask on. Keep the mask on.
well, can I say Mike Myers if I can get away with that being the voice of Shrek?
Sure.
There you go.
If you're into that, sure.
I'm not.
I'd
but-
say Shrek is a horror movie villain.
There you go.
To Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek is definitely a horror movie villain.
God knows they've made enough freaking
Yeah.
short films to make it horrifying.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Clayton says, Brawny, why are you a hater? What did Alicorn OCs do to you? They existed.
They seduced him.
They're not Princess Celestia.
See, is that what I'm held up to? Is that what you're thinking about when you're with me? I like the expression.
No,
His expression was great, guys. You missed it.
You want me to be tall and elegant, but this is who I am.
You are plenty elegant.
What, short and crazy?
She's not short either. She's a very normal height.
I'm super average in every regard. So
Like, you're like
Heather
5'7" or
stole
something,
my
right?
wings.
5'4", girl.
Okay?
Really?
I
This
will
is
always
5'4",
be
bro.
salty
How tall are
about
you?
that. Heather stole my wings.
I didn't steal them. You gave them to me because I wanted
I
to
did
be a
not give them
princess.
to you.
You looked at
okay?
me and
I
you're like,
passed
you
off
want to
the
be a
snowbank.
princess and you deserve to be a princess. Here's some wings. And then I don't know how I got the
passed
horn.
off
Maybe you
the
touched me funny.
snowbank, and when I woke
I
up,
assumed
didn't
you
have
started
wings
off as a
anymore.
unicorn.
3 years later,
My
I met
theory is
you.
I started off as an earth pony.
Huh.
I wanted to come from humble beginnings because, like how I say, I'm always like super average of the average. That earth ponies are average of the average.
That's why they're
Megan-
masters.
Yes.
Megan McGonigal says, okay, the melatonin has affected me. Going to bed. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Probably long since asleep by now.
She can come back because someone's gonna rewatch my streams.
I do sometimes.
Who's the very first Alicorn in MLP? It was depending on your perspective, it was either Princess Celestia being the oldest,
And it
or
was
Princess
Nightmare
Skyla.
Moon. It was Nightmare Moon.
Oh, if you're talking about like
If you're
any,
talking
like, your time
chronologically in the
seen
show, the first Alicorn to show up in the 4th generation of My Little Pony was Nightmare Moon.
Yeah, like the ones you see. If you're like the ones you hear about, but like, well, I don't know. The story started with them
But
both in the book.
yeah, I suppose if you count the illustrations, it
Yeah.
was both of them simultaneously.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
I think it was Princess Skyla.
Sure.
Princess Skyla didn't even make it to canon.
Which is sad. I kind of liked her.
Really? Did they have like a thing designed for her? I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
they
this-
had a great design. Not to go back to product placement, but Silver actually made a really good print of her design.
I want to go see that. I was
I
interested.
wonder if he put it on
thought-
his DeviantArt.
I think
Probably
people
not.
hated on that a lot because it's like, oh, that's a stupid name and this is a stupid idea, but then we got used to it. Flurry Heart isn't bad for what she is. She's just a freaking baby. Got big ass wings.
I think
Now
what more
we're
aggravated me about Flurry Heart was how many questions she brought up.
Like
You know.
just being born in alcohol.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, I have several questions.
She was just born great.
Yeah, it's like they were like, it's never happened before. The Nalicorn has been born, and you just look at Luna and Celestia, you go, I have questions about your birth.
I read the freaking Journal of the Two Sisters thing, which question if it's canon, but they're like, yeah, we're just alicorns. We're cool. Don't really go into explaining, like, you know, what the heck.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I guess, like we've never witnessed an alicorn birth. You don't exactly witness your own birth. So they wouldn't.
Yes,
be like,
but it would have been something you mention or like you'd know about, whether or not you were born an alicorn. To say it's never happened before indicates that you're aware it didn't happen for you. If you like start your existence as a certain species and know that you didn't change at some point, then you can sort of assume that you were born that way. Or unless you have evidence to the contrary.
Murdoch says, I have cheese curds.
I don't want them.
Iris Prince says, no, Heather got her wings by drinking Red Bull and eating ice cream with a cone.
Yeah, we'll put it in workshop. I more or less, like, when I think of my origin story, have it be like she just kind of got them by happenstance and was just like, I dig it! And all the other princesses don't respect her because, like, you didn't go through anything to earn this. I'm like, yep, but I'm still here. Me and Flurry Heart represent undeserved alicorn stuff.
There it is. I'm not crazy.
Let me see.
Oh wait, this is Amore. What am I thinking?
Oh, I loved that picture. I remember that picture.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking the wrong princess, but Amore is freaking beautiful. I'm showing my glaring phone to the camera like you can see.
Oh yeah, I remember because I'd read that comic and he had read it around the same time I think, and he posted a picture of her and I'm like, yeah, that she did have a great design.
Yeah, he fell in love with her design. Like, I've never seen him go gaga for a design before or since really. It was just funny. I was like, I ship it.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says wrong. The first alicorn was Gen 1 Baby Surprise.
If you say so. I had a feeling you were going to pull a Gen 1 something on us. That's why I specified when I said Nightmare Moon that I was talking Gen 4. Because while I did watch the earlier generations, I do not remember enough of them to be certain of anything, really.
I gotta watch some of that.
Murdoch
I've always
says
seen
Heather,
a
try
couple episodes
Monster
of My Little
Energy
Pony
Red.
series.
What?
Murdoch says Heather, try Monster Energy Red. It's good.
Yeah, I don't really need it.
Actually, speaking of, I'm going to get myself some cider. What?
Remember, you have a leftover Frappuccino in there.
I'm not going to drink a Frappuccino in the middle of the night.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Oh, I have a story I want to tell.
Tell the story.
BrawnyCon was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was. Got to
Yeah,
play.
do you have anything you want to say about BrawnyCon before I get started?
Mostly that it was just nice to hang out. I mean, it wasn't like a super... We just played games and stuff. It was pretty simple. Not too complicated.
Yeah, I'd say about 15 people showed up. We played some card games. I did a little bit of I did a little bit of fencing, which was really nice. I gave out gifts that I had for everybody. I gave Eliora a photo album of her wedding. I gave Heather a bunch of gifts. I gave her a remote control car. What else did I do?
Gave me keyboard cat.
I gave Dewilstonator a Balisong butterfly knife. Yeah, so BrawnyCon was a pun that I did not come up with, but I decided to host a fan meetup on Thursday at BrawnyCon, and a few people showed up, and we had a lot of fun. Sweetie didn't show up because she's lame.
Because I had other obligations, dingus.
I'm more important.
The only reason I had a badge was because Silver gave it to me as his helper for his table.
The only reason I got a badge is also because of Silver,
Yeah,
which I
that
made.
was just him being generous.
I just made Sweetie give him a little thank you card that I made for him. So I'm hoping that suffices for now until I can do something greater for him.
I'm sure he appreciated it. I felt bad sort of interrupting the middle of the
Iris Prince says there's a theory about Star Swirl that he made Luna and Celestia into alicorns.
No, there's nothing.
There are a lot of theories going around.
Yeah, there's nothing in canon that gives it basis for, as far as I know.
Yeah.
What is it, kitty? He did seem to teach them at one point.
Hey, kiddo. Come on up. Yeah?
Does anyone else miss the Pony of Shadows?
Sort of.
I liked the design and voice work of him.
I like the voice work of him, yeah. I like Dusty's cosplay of him was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was great. Kitty, it's okay, you can jump up here. I always have to ease her into it.
I may lose patience and just throw her up here.
She likes to sniff everything first. She's like, I must finish my sniffing.
Nope. Come here. Come here.
Emily
Oh, no,
Maloney
baby.
says, in the next TF2, you get a cat.
Me?
Yes.
Somebody. I think Heather should be in TF2 analysis as the blue demo man.
Okay.
I honestly expect
Just steal
more
Sweetie's
of
job.
her
I just don't want to
Sweetie,
be
you
in
just
that
gonna-
thing anymore, so.
Are you, sweetie? Are you really just gonna roll over and let me disrespect you like that?
I'm not really interested anymore, so sure.
Okay, I'll take it then.
Right, time for sewing.
Murdoch wants to know if Sweetie has any funny shelter stories.
Funny shelter stories?
Yeah.
We get up to a lot just because it's such an exhausting job, both physically and emotionally, that we end up finding hilarity in little things. I think, like, at the end of the day, today, for instance, oh yes, there was a volunteer who was talking over the radio about, like, apparently a hive of bees that she was trying to get the volunteers to not walk dogs near, and she pronounced the word wrong. I'm trying to remember how she pronounced it.
Is that why you always pick on me for pronouncing words wrong in my
Yes.
excitement? Why you do?
Because it's funny.
I trip on my lips.
You see, I'm pretty certain that the Marvel movie's main villain's name is Thanos, and nobody believes me.
Because you're wrong.
And it sounds like anus, and we're not gonna go there.
Baby girl.
Let me shake a paw. So fluffy.
So, Honey Drop the Unicorn says, I met someone who wants to bring Megan into the show.
Who's Megan McCarthy?
Oh no, Megan, the original human, from the original My Little Pony. There were humans that interacted.
My
with
head
ponies.
canon is that Megan from G1 grew up and
Became
started telling everybody about what she saw.
Probably.
Because Megan McCarthy.
Oh, but she isn't the creator. But okay.
Because there can only be one Megan, right?
Yes. It's not like it's one of the most common chick names ever.
Mm-hmm.
Right underneath Heather.
Heather's not. It's not like Jennifer or something like that. Jennifer's the worst. No, I mean, no offense to anyone named Jennifer. I'm just saying that I've known a lot of Jennifers in my time, and I get them so mixed up.
I grew up, even when I was a kid, I didn't like my name. I tried to get people to call me Sally or anything else because I like Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. You are wrestling with her.
I am, and she's not a fan, and it's adorable.
We gotta tell that cat to shut up.
Don't you tell my cat what to do. I don't even tell her what to do.
I'll do a whole lot of whatever I want.
Not in my house.
Clayton says Megan appeared in the EQG special Roller Coaster of Friendship, and I have no idea what he's referring to.
I assume there was probably a human in the background who shared her design.
They could incorporate her that way, though. Let her be.
EQG, easy as pie.
Yeah.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says Megan is evil.
Debatable.
McCarthy or
These legs came out really long. What the heck?
Show us the legs, Heather. We can't see what you're working on.
yeah, show the legs, Heather.
What's on the menu? Gotta be
Sweetie,
careful.
leave.
You said it.
And
What?
you took it the wrong way.
I just repeated what you said.
One of us made an active choice to make that weird, and it sure as
Why
frick
does this
wasn't
one
me.
feel longer than the other ones? I'm just gonna have to
It
scratch
kind of looks like a mouse with those rounded ears.
Well, I don't know how else to make ears. Do you wanna?
Yes, I do. I will knit the ponies, and I will do it better because crocheting is knitting.
Oh, you want to start? You want
Lying
to start?
SOB.
I will abuse you all over
Crocheting
again.
is the shiz, knitting is BS.
Knitting is for old ladies. You're old.
Even old ladies crochet because they know it's better.
Only requires one hook. I'm efficient.
And it's so much easier to go back and redo. You mess something up in knitting, you're just screwed. Just say.
Bronny, I'm gonna fight you when I see you again. You want that?
Exactly. Higher skill level.
Hire my butt.
It's like crocheting is like taking pictures on your cell phone and calling it photography when you compare it to knitting.
You know what else?
Shut up.
What did you think I was gonna say?
No, I thought that's what you were going to say, so I finished your sentence for you.
Oh, okay. Okay, also that. Oh, well, first off, yes, shut up. Second of all, I guess you don't like any of the crochet goodies I've made you. You want me to bring your emotions into this? Because I'll bring your emotions into this.
My emotions are irrelevant.
I am so sick of your freaking Vulcan crap.
Not logical. Besides, I'm not Vulcan, I'm brawny.
You're pretty Vulcan.
And you're pretty vocal.
She's purring.
Actually, no. But she's putting up with me, so I appreciate it. She's not growling either. So, middle
She's
ground.
like, oh god, she wants
She's
to
like,
love
oh,
me.
this again. Stupid human. Why did you get so clingy when you went away? It's like it was mutual, kiddo. Oh, I remember a funny shelter story. Again, this isn't like, it's just something that happened at work. Is at the end of yesterday, one of my coworkers says, "Oh, I've got such a foot cramp." Now, we did not hear three of us did not hear foot cramp. My supervisor, her daughter, and I, we all went, "What?" Because I'm going to say it a little fast so you can understand. She's like, "I've got a foot cramp." And we're like, "Scoozy?" It's just like, "Oh," she's like, "My foot, it hurts." And we're like, "Oh, that's not what I heard." And she just goes, she, says to my supervisor and her daughter, is like, "I expected it of you and you." And she goes, "But Claire." It's like, "I did not expect that of you." I'm like, look.
It's like, boy.
But then my boss took it to another level. Then she's like, "I mean, I don't know what you get up with your boyfriend." I'm like, "Whoa, okay, hold on." She's purring now. She likes me now. Yes.
Alright, just make sure she doesn't jump on my lap. I'm
She
wearing
was
shorts.
eyeing you. She was like,
I'm
Mama's
wearing
lap looks comfy.
I'm wearing shorts.
Mama's
The
lap
skin
looks
is
comfy.
exposed. She will hurt me.
Mama's lap looks comfy.
Please, I don't want a claws right now. Aw, you're drooling.
Yucky. But you love her teeth.
I do. They look pretty cool. And she drools on me.
Yeah, well, that's the price of her teeth.
That is
I
Once-
appreciate that.
One time I was petting her, and then when I was done, she just had her tongue out for an extended period of time. I'm like, what's that?
She started blepping recently, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute.
What is the cause of the blap?
Just being weird. Hopefully not anything teeth related. Maybe I should take a look.
Clayton says Heather should cosplay as Zatanna and Sweetie as Batgirl.
Oh, your teeth are okay.
Who?
I think
do you
I
mean,
should cosplay as Jason Todd.
I cosplay as Jason Todd, the Red Hood. I've got my helmet right over here. I've been using it to kick old stuff that it's.
I don't have the physique to cosplay any sort of superhero.
Oh, I don't think she was a superhero. She was a bad guy.
She said Batgirl when referring to me. Unless I heard something else.
Oh no, that was me, Batgirl. But you were supposed to be Zatanna, which is Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Oh, her.
No. Heather is Zatanna and
Yeah,
Sweetie is
I'm
Batgirl.
Batgirl. That's what I heard. I was Batgirl. Either way, I don't have the physique for it. Or the red hair, because
Heather is
real
Batgirl.
Batgirl has red hair.
Always Red Hood. Yes. No, Red Hood. Why? The helmet's admittedly kind of dusty because I've worn it in a while. What are you doing, kitty? You smell my new pillowcases?
Yeah, she's like, your pillow is new. I must examine.
I'll scratch you with my needle. Look at that.
She's like, I approve of this. Yes, I do.
We'll scratch you. It's a needle.
And she's like, I don't care what it is. It feels good. That's what I care about. Get back to work, woman.
Gotta get back to sewing.
Hi.
She's just like, what the
She's
hell
like, what the frick just happened?
It's like, this isn't something I'm down with. No boy, no girl.
I appreciate you.
Why are you hissing? No, don't
Because I
hiss.
forced a kiss on her. She's allowed to hiss. It was like me as a kid. Parents try to be all loving. I'm like, go die. Woo!
She bounces.
She didn't gracefully get down. She's like, I'm gonna spring off of this bed.
She does that all the time. Like, I was half asleep one time. She just did it. I'm like, what the fuck? My head's right there sometimes. She springs off like a freaking rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Look alive, Brony.
Either I'm going to come over there and I'm going to make friends with Knife, and then Knife is going to like me more than she likes you,
Well,
and I will have officially won.
Well, I sincerely hope that she likes you because we're going to live together and be a happy family. And I want her to be a daddy's girl because that is an adorable trope that I so love.
It's true.
Thank you. I do like that trope, like good fathers and girls that love their fathers.
Yeah, I'm a daddy's girl myself, so a lot of times like daddy's girl tropes will get me right in the feels. Like, it's so beautiful. I love my dad.
It's so freaking wholesome. That's why I liked, I didn't even hear about Darkwing Duck for a while, and then I saw clips of it, and it was just him being a good dad, and I was just like,
right? It's like,
that's why I like Darkwing Duck now. It's like, he's a good father. The first episode is him adopting this orphan, and I love it.
You see, you say that, but every time I call myself the meme daddy, you get really upset.
Because it's very cringy. I mean, I'm saying that only because it's like, ew to me.
Like she's talking like daddy's girl stuff, father
You're
daughter.
talking
like Lux and Antony. They're cute.
You're talking like.
Oh my!
I'm
sugar
old.
daddy.
Did I tell you about my mom?
I like puns and I provide the memes. How does that not fit the criteria?
That's just dad jokes. That's not the same.
I will say, did I tell you my mom is the kind of one that goes when she sees a little cute boy or a cute little male anything, she'll go oh, look what a cute little daddy he is. It's so weird. She's always done that. What's funny is though she thought this one guy we worked with was a cute guy, and she just goes oh honey, you're such a little daddy, and he goes what?
Right? That's weird.
And I'm like, Mom, you can't tell people that. She's like, what? It's like my grandsons. I call them little daddies. I'm like, okay, that's okay in the family, but outside of it,
I'm not even sure it's okay inside the family. I feel like if I married into that, I'd be like, wait a minute, what? What'd you just call my son?
Thank God I have not. I didn't. I know that because of living with my family for so long, I'm sure I've adopted many habits. That's not one of them.
Thank God. I would have been weirded out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heather, tell them about how we came out to your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, one night, while I think we were eating pizza, and we were gonna go out to the concert, and I'm like, Brian, this is a good time for me to call my mom and us to come out to her, because I'm like, I just want to get this over with. I don't know what her reaction is gonna be. I'm just hoping for something, stable. So I call her up, and I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm calling from the convention. How was your day? I don't remember what day it was, but she might have told me about work. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just going this. Me and Bronny are going to go to Bronypalooza. Which, by the way, me and Bronny have been talking, and, we're very close, so I feel like we're going to give this thing a shot. And she goes, she's like, give this a shot? Like, the boyfriend, girlfriend? I'm like, yeah, Mom. She's like, but, long distance? And I'm like, yeah, Mom. She's like, are you gonna move to Florida one day? And I'm like, maybe. We don't know, Mom. It's up in the air. Probably yes. And she's like, Heather, you can't move to Florida. That's too far away. And I'm like,
move to Florida.
I know. And I'm telling Mom, Mom, it's in the future, because I'm trying to get her to just get off that topic. It's in the future. We don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll see when we get there. And she's just like, well, okay. So, you're taking it slow, right? And I'm like, yes, Mom. She's like, you gotta be safe, Heather. You can't have a baby right now. I'm like, okay. We went from the second worst thing to the worst thing. And I'm just like, okay, Mom.
I must say that I'm lucky that I have parents who trust me in that regard.
Yeah, my mom's just, she's that kind of mom. But then I'm like, Mom, Bronny, are you serious? She's just like, well, don't go forcing yourself on him. And I'm like, oh my God, Mom. Because before she was all like, go have sex. And now she's like, well.
I mean,
I
those
remember she used
pent-up
to
Christian
encourage
boys, you gotta watch out
dress
for them.
up, to dress up really loosely, in the hopes of attracting a guy, and we were like, listen, you don't want to attract bronies. They're not good guys.
And then she nabbed one.
I always thought I would date a brony.
I only assumed I would because...
What?
Sorry, I thought she was on my food truck and I was gonna kill her.
The freaking cat.
Freaking cat. I only assume because, again, I'd only be interested in dating friends, and the only male friends I've ever had in my life either were bronies or became bronies. The first real guy friend, the first real guy friend I ever had, I turned into a brony.
Nice.
Saw him at BronyCon too. I never got to properly say goodbye, and I feel kind of bad. So I saw him in passing on one of the last days, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go back to watching the table, but see you around and stuff. And I didn't.
You never said goodbye to me either.
Don't you start
You
this shit.
left without saying goodbye to me like the unappreciative little brat you are.
Listen, I distinctly remember giving you a hug and saying goodbye. If I remembered wrong, then that's a different thing.
You
And
said
I turned
goodbye to
around
the
and-
room in general and then walked out. And I
And then
tried
I-
to
and
get
then
a
I
proper
said,
goodbye
okay.
to you, and you're like, whatever, I said goodbye to people. And I was like,
And no, I
fine,
was
leave,
turning
you
around and
a-hole.
walking back and said, I thought I got you, and you...
No,
freaking
you
closed
said,
the door
I
on
said
me. I was
goodbye to
coming-
everybody, and I was like,
I
fine.
was coming to rectify it, and you just shut me out. It's my
Yeah,
friendship
because you
means
were a
nothing to you.
douchebag who's like, whatever, I don't need to say goodbye to you any
And
more
that
than I
was
should say
not
goodbye to the entire
my
room.
intention. That is not what I did. That is your interpretation, and it's
Boys
wrong.
and girls, shut up. Let's just not.
Oh, my chest hurts. You're giving me a heart attack.
God, he's old. You know you can't do that.
He's not that old.
He gonna be old soon.
No, he's not. I objected this because I'm gonna be old.
I'm a year older than you.
No, you're not. Wait, how old are you again?
I'm not saying. I'm gotten to the point in my life where a lady should not be required to say her age.
I'm a year older
I'll tell
than
him-
both
I'll
of
tell
you
his age if
combined.
you tell me your age.
Does his age start with a 3?
Not yet.
Yes.
Then you're full of crap.
It starts with a 3, but it's in
No,
the
it's
triple
not.
digits.
You're not that old yet. Oh my god. I've done the math. What is she doing?
I'm hearing her scratch something up, and if it's a carpet, I don't give a crap. But if it's a futon, I will
so we
spray her.
I finished putting the legs on the thing.
It actually looks nice because it looks like it could almost stand up on its own.
Oh yeah, most of the time it does.
Yeah.
Buck and 5 wants to know if we're caught up on My Little Pony.
I watched a new episode today.
I haven't seen the ones that have aired at BronyCon or today.
If I may, it's very vague, but I want to say they just gave Rainbow Dash a new chance, like more things to reaffirm me. Like, yeah, she's an ass.
Rainbow
That's what I've
Dash
seen
is
on
the
Twitter.
best
That everyone's like, oh, Saber Spark was a genius.
Saber Spark was right.
Yeah, Saber Spark was right. That's what I'm seeing all throughout Twitter right now. Saber Spark was right.
Agorna wants to know how we're doing post BronyCon.
Depressed.
I'm
How are
tired.
you?
We're
I
tired.
am very
we're
tired.
sad. We're broke.
I think the depression really hit me today. I think because I'm now on my weekend as of me clocking out this evening. And so now I'm like, okay, I don't have work to distract me from the crippling depression of missing everybody terribly. I had to stop myself from being like, I miss you. I mean, no, I don't.
You still have me.
Yeah, I guess.
Murdoch says we're all old.
We are kind of old.
We are old.
When we're talking to our audience, because there's like teenagers in here. Which is
I'm not old. I'm only
PG-13.
362.
I haven't done my hand stretches this whole time. I gotta freaking get on that. My wrists have not been well lately. I'm a crafts person. What are you doing?
I don't know what she's doing because she's not by the futon. Like, what are you scratching up over?
Make sure she's not eating my clothes. Is she scratching up your stools?
Maybe. Which I care slightly less about because they are only $30.
Really?
I only really would care because if she scratches up one and I have to try and hope that Target still sells them.
Maybe we could put like a cover over it.
No, I don't care enough about them. I don't like the type of people who live with everything wrapped in vinyl because they're afraid of, what if it gets damaged? No, I want people to be comfortable.
Oh, my covers are to hide the damage.
That's what flipping cushions is for.
Can you flip those cushions?
No, but I don't give a crap.
Don't give enough.
I don't give enough of a care. When someone comes over, we'll just lint roll it to try and make it slightly less.
Oh yeah, I
Hairy.
try to do that sometimes. I'm just like, gosh, there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of stuff.
She loves sleeping on that thing. Where the heck's my scissors? Ah. All we're doing now is sewing in manes and tails, and then they're basically done. And we'll probably get that done tonight or tomorrow. It just takes a while.
We're gonna auction them off to the highest bidder. Let's start the bidding at $100.
I would not charge $100 for this thing.
They
Why
were
not?
selling things
This?
like that for
$100?
so
Well,
much.
how many hours did it take you?
I don't know. I mostly worked on it on stream, so like, we do 2 hours here, and it maybe 6.
Okay, and how much did the materials cost you?
Oh, materials don't cost very much. Like well, these didn't cost me nothing because I got them for free from somebody.
Okay.
But like a scotch of yarn only costs like $3.50 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So $80. We'll start the bidding at $80.
I don't know.
That would be enough just for the 6 hours worth of work, honey.
I don't know. I look at those prices at a merchant hall and I'm like, I wouldn't do it. I just don't understand.
Look at how
I mean-
much work it
Well,
takes.
we saw
And material.
people selling crochet stuff for about that much over at BronyCon.
I don't know. I guess it's just a part of me that it's like something that I don't think is hard, and I'm just like I mean, like when I first started doing it, I was giving things out for free left and right. So I saw people trying to take advantage of me.
Remember when we saw that one booth that had crochet stuff that had a very interesting material and pattern to it?
Oh yeah.
Tell them about that.
Oh yeah, I was really interested in these plushies of ponies because they were kind of like mine, except like the ears and the whole body and legs were all built together, and the ears were built together too. Like maybe some parts were sewn in, but it had this yarn that was just, I don't know how to describe that texture. Very plush, kind of like, I want to say a shag carpet. If you were like using like just a strand of shag carpet, you know what I'm saying? Shag rug. What? I mean, I haven't heard it or said about any of those things in a really long time. But gosh, like, I don't know. Does this seem even worth that much money?
Yeah.
I think they're cute.
So what's the plan when these two are done? What are we gonna do next?
I was gonna try and put something together for Juanita for her birthday. Hopefully she never goes on this stream. She never does, so. I'm gonna brainstorm something to make her. Maybe I'll make her a scarf because it's getting around that time and that's usually my go-to.
Clayton wants to know if you believe Rainbow Dash ever learned anything.
She has seemed to develop somewhat, but she falls back onto, like, if it's like something she doesn't care about, she's a real jerk. She's still very insensitive and a blockhead. So, to a degree, yes, she's developed. But, you know, old habits die hard.
Yep. Sweetie, did you see the group picture I posted to
Yes, I
Twitter?
did. Except for that ugly chick in the baseball cap that looked lovely.
There's no ugly chick in no baseball cap.
The hat was very fitting considering the background. Or, well, like, you know, where we were.
Unless you're referring to Kichi. Kichi was wearing a baseball cap.
Was she? Well, she's gorgeous, so clearly I'm not talking about her.
So then there's no ugly chick in the baseball cap.
Who was the person that was dabbing and all I saw was afro and no face?
That would be Pancake Sorcerer. And then there's this one fruitcake in the front and center doing splits.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy who doesn't give proper goodbyes.
Did anyone even ask him to do that, or did he just do it on
No,
his
he
own?
didn't. He's a douchebag.
I did it for the memes.
Is there a meme about doing splits? I was not aware.
I do splits in group photos. It's a habit that I have.
Habit? How is doing the splits a habit?
Because it's
compulsion.
unique and people will remember it.
It's his power move.
It's a compulsion, not a habit.
I'll give him this every time he does it.
Once
there's a
again,
reaction.
I would have given a proper goodbye if you would let me.
Oh my God.
You were already down the hall.
I realized my mistake and I wanted
After
to
I
fix it, and
pointed
I
it
felt
out to
super
you, and
bad
you're like,
about it for
whatever,
the
I
rest
don't
of the
care.
night. I felt super bad about it for the rest of the night, and I was like, Heather, I'm a bad friend, and Heather had to console me until I went to sleep.
The amount of consoling I have to do with this guy.
That much I believe. It's fine, Bronny. I just like teasing you.
I'm gonna kill...
Well, it's working.
Ronnie, can you
I
make me
should not
another
have.
s'more
I should
cake
not
and
have just
shut
shaken
up?
my head like that because that got me really lightheaded.
You know, he
Like
did
it-
have a lot on his mind that night. He was like, am I a good person, Heather?
I had a feeling because I saw that on Twitter. I was like, oh geez.
Well,
he's being
that was
down on
something else. Like we were when I was driving down from BronyCon and my friends and I were in the car talking about stuff and they asked me about my Brony debate stream, and I said, yeah, we'll talk about anything on there if people suggest it. And then one of my friends was like, well, what about this political topic? So then we talked about it for like an hour and a half, and like I learned some stuff that I didn't know before, which is good. And so after I learned this stuff, I realized I pretty much lost the debate, and I'm like, okay, so what we have learned here is that I'm a terrible person. I actually didn't call myself a terrible person. I used a much stronger word that I don't want to use on live. But and I thought that was, and in retrospect, I found that funny, so I tweeted it.
Implied swear jar.
Sir, hurry, someone click the link and give me $1.
Heather, who would win in a foot race between you and Sweetie?
I don't know, sweetie, how good's your cardio?
My cardio's okay, but I am. Is this a sprint or a long distance?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think my cardio is amazing. Average of the average. I
A
work
lot of
out.
factors.
I'm
Sweetie's got like a
surprised.
12-inch, leg span advantage.
You are.
I'm surprisingly fast for my size. People see me and assume I'm, some lumbering. I can't move, but when I move, and people are always surprised. I don't know if I necessarily move more than faster than the average person. Actually, yeah, I've beaten people in sprints before. People who should be, by all accounts, more physically fit than myself. I don't want to say that I'm unbeatable because I'm not, but it's I tend to take people by surprise when I go all out. That happened at work once. Is I got so what happened is I was transporting this dog to its kennel, and the rolling kennel, because this dog doesn't walk on a leash, so I had to put it in a rolling kennel, and the rolling kennel I was using was kind of faulty, and the door came open, and I was like, oh jeez. But I thought I was in an enclosed area, so I was just gonna alright, I'll just wrangle this dog, it's irritating, but whatever. And someone was nice enough to call, hey, we've got a loose dog outside of blah blah blah. And they were calling. And then it heads towards this door that 99.999% of the time is closed. But this one time, it was open, and it opens onto the parking lot. And they're like, oh shoot, and I book it, and I'm booking it across the parking lot into the desert trying to get this dog. I don't get him. But when I do get back to work, and I'm like, they're like, dang, you move fast. I'm like, I would have given up blocks before you did.
God. Okay, so now the question is, what is our motivation? Because if it's for, to catch or wrangle up a dog, okay, she's gonna win. But if you motivate me really hard with something, I wonder how fast I would go.
Brawny,
The winner,
at the end of
the winner of the foot race
I can have that one,
gets
no
to
matter what
marry
speed.
Silverquill.
I would be pushing her towards the finish line.
Be like, oh, okay,
I
Johnny, you
ship
wanna
it.
hurt? You wanna hurt?
I ship it. She wrote him a very moving letter.
It was a thank you card.
It was very
It was
adorable.
just supposed to be nice.
And I shipped it.
Murdoch a few minutes ago said, hey, I gotta go, good night, everyone. Well,
Alright.
he specifically said good night to Knife, but whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Knife gives no cares.
Belated
But she
goodbye.
loves you, but she gives no cares.
Buckin5 wants to know who was watching Knife while you guys were gone.
That would be my coworker Janet. She wasn't watching her the whole time, but she did check in on her every other day.
If she'd been watching her the whole time and we found that mess, we were like, oh, Janet.
Janet, jeez, no. She was checking up on her every other day.
Luna says, I'd make an MLP Next Generation, but I'm horrible at character design.
For now, just do what you think looks nice. You could always look at a color wheel and see what colors clash and what complement.
Buckin 5 wants to see Heather do the splits.
No.
Luna says she might try the splits. How come you won't try the splits?
I don't want to.
Sweetie, do the splits.
Hell no.
None of us are doing that.
I am not flexible. Do you know how long it's been since I've done Taekwondo? Hell no.
Me too.
Agorna says, oh well, I'm off Wi-Fi and the signal is poor, so the stream is cutting out for me, so I'll just leave. See y'all next stream.
Okay, bye.
Boy.
What's next week? Nothing special's going on next week.
How dare you?
What's going on next week?
I don't know. Probably someone's birthday or something.
Nobody's birthday is next week for me. I have another week before I have to prep for a very special birthday.
Whose birthday?
It's funny because I don't know if he's being like...
If he legit doesn't remember,
Yeah.
or if he's trying to be
Oh,
coy.
we literally have a calendar right over there for us to look at. Oh,
I
and also
don't
it's your favorite.
have a birthday,
Oh.
if that's what you're getting at.
He has a birthday, guys.
I don't have a birthday.
It's
I was
coming up.
grown in a test tube and I came out as a 32-year-old man.
Ew. No.
First of all, you're not even 32 yet. Second of all,
Yeah, exactly.
Nope, I'm definitely 36.
I think you're adding 10 years to that, kiddo.
I'm definitely 360.
Mm-hmm.
You added 300 that time.
Clayton Johnson says, Brawny, stop skipping my question. I say, start asking better questions.
What is he asking?
Yeah, I mean,
He keeps
Ronnie,
asking about something goofy for the ending of FIM. I think it's I don't know. I don't like the question.
Yeah, and I don't like to make speculations more often than not, in case I accidentally give a spoiler, because I am a freaking psychic genius like that.
like I accidentally.
Honey Drop the Unicorn wants to know if either of us watched, or if any of us watched a cartoon called Horseland.
I watched a couple episodes out of that. It was okay. As far as horse shows go. Not my Little Pony status, I'll tell you that.
Well, nothing's as good as My Little Pony. My Little Pony is the best.
It's just a
Friendship
show
is
where
magic, that is.
yeah, it's just a show where it was like girls and guys who like had horses they would ride on the weekends and stuff happened. I shipped some of the horses, but that's never going anywhere, so it's basically like watching anime.
Sweetie, I'm really upset with myself.
¿Para qué?
What'd you do this time?
Because I forgot to have you take a good picture of Heather and I.
I thought you, Heather and I were talking about this earlier. I thought you had actively decided against using me. So I didn't remind you. Like, I thought you'd found someone else to take the picture. So I was like, all right.
said that. How did we
No,
get that, Miss?
Well, it was me jumping to conclusions, I'll fully admit. Because, I remember when you were doing your talent show thing, you had somebody else doing the video for you. And I'm like, oh, cool, he found someone who can do the pictures for him. Because I'm being the terrible friend and I'm doing other things. So I don't have to worry about it.
No, that was coincidence. Kyle just happened to be there, and I just kind of held out the camera and said to him and Heather, would either of you like to try to videotape this for me in case I do a good job? Which I ended up not doing a good job.
You did a
so
wonderful job, shut up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not acknowledging that video's existence.
I liked it. It's on the internet.
Yeah, I put it on the internet as soon as I filmed it. It was
Yeah, I
fantastic.
was like, sweetie, film it also from your phone just in case, I don't know, things happen.
I was already getting out my phone. I'm like, alright.
It's like, I can always depend on her for that.
I'm a Twitter junkie, what can I say?
Remember the time that Sweetie dressed like Doc for Nightmare Night?
Yes, that was 5 years ago.
I liked that costume, it was cute.
Yeah, that was my idea. Most of the costumes in that film were my idea, actually.
Ooh,
For
that's
you, it was
fun.
5 years ago. For me, it was 5 hours.
Uh-huh. Like you saw the video for the first time 5 hours ago? How dare?
Yeah, I saw that video a long time ago. I like that video.
No, I was in the quantum realm. Time works differently there.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, that got me mixed on the Endgame movie. I was just like, I don't like time travel, but it's still pretty good. I mean, that's how we got America's ass.
That's how we got America's ass, and that's what matters.
Maybe it's worth the cost, but I don't know. I'm still pretty split.
They should have casted me as Captain America. I would have been a better Captain America.
But you would not be America's ass.
You wouldn't be America's ass.
Besides, I like
in a different sense of the word, maybe.
Chris Evans is a communist.
Shut up. Don't freaking talk trash on my friend Juanita's waifu. Okay?
They should have casted me as the Hulk.
Maybe.
I'll briefly entertain that concept.
Maybe. But then I have to be Black Widow, and I didn't want to be Black Widow. I think I could be Iron Man.
I don't want you to be
Pepper
Black
Potts.
Widow either, because then you'd be dead, and that would not make me happy.
Spoilers.
Spoiler boy.
Listen, it's been like 4 months.
And when was the last? And when did you see it? When did you see it? Did you see it a month ago? A month ago? Had you seen? Would that not have been a spoiler for you a month ago?
We're being fair.
Boy.
I mean, I don't care. Listen, I see the memes all over the place. I counted them.
But Black Widow wasn't one of them.
memes.
Black Widow was not a meme.
So
Her
many
death,
memes
her
make
death
sense
was
to
actually
me.
so not talked about. I forgot about it when I was trying to give Heather a synopsis of the people who died. I was like, oh yeah, Black Widow. I forgot about that.
I think I knew she died. I just didn't
No,
remember.
you didn't know she died. I had to tell you about that one. Like all of them. Like when we watched Spider-Man, there was a montage of the people who died. Now I remember to tell her about Iron Man. I was like, Iron Man's dead. You know, but then I'm like, oh yeah, that person died too. Oh yeah, that person died too. Well, that person isn't technically dead, but for all intents and purposes, they're out of the picture.
I remember, I think I already
should've
knew that
been
Iron Man was
Vision or
dead,
Iron
because that was
Man.
obvious.
Yeah. Iron Man obviously is a meme that everyone knows. Everyone knows Iron Man's dead.
I loved Iron Man. I could be Iron Man, though, and you could be my Pepper Potts. You're the logical one that's sensible.
I should have been cast as Iron Man
No!
or Vision.
I am Iron Man. You don't
He
get
could have been Vision. He's got the hairline for it.
I should have been cast.
a lot of jabs at his
as-
hair.
I don't know. I'm feeling in a jabby mood, I guess.
No, me too.
I guess both of us. We're just like
We're really going in on this hair thing.
It's funny because he's self-conscious.
I should have been cast as T'Challa because I look just like him.
Don't you fucking ruin T'Challa for me. He's my man.
I legit who?
T'Challa.
$1 to the swear
Oh.
jar. You had 10 minutes to go, Heather.
No, not exactly 10 minutes. I was
11 minutes.
No, wait. No, it says right here on my live it's been 1 minute and 47. I mean, an hour and 47.
Fair enough.
The point is, you were so close to not having to give anything.
I don't know, I cursed a
the
few
swear
times
jar.
before this. I'm pretty sure I cursed before
Yeah, I'm pretty
this.
sure we've been putting things in the swear jar.
I put nothing in the swear jar. I couldn't find any
I
swear
would have
change
called
today.
it if you did.
Oh, did you
Clayton
name the
says
freaking
I don't
machine
like
in
how
the
they-
laundry in the front office for the laundry card? Doesn't accept ones.
Oh, does it not? Huh.
Yeah, it sucks because all I had was one. And I actually asked someone like, "Do you have like cash?" And they're like, "I have one $5 bill." I'm like, "Okay, here's 5 ones, please." And they're just like, "Okay." So I
So
put some
they're
in there.
going to the strip club.
Yes, they are. And all I have is ones in cash. So unless you want to go to a strip club, do you have any cash?
Me?
Like, at any point in time, will you?
Will I? I'm sure at some point I will.
I want to trade in because I don't
I
know
got a
when,
better
where am I
idea.
gonna
Let's
put
not go
those.
to the strip club.
I don't know. I keep getting advertisements on my Instagram for hunks, and I'm like, okay, you know what I'm into.
There you go.
Stop cheating on me, Heather.
How is
I've
that
been
cheating? I'm just
you-
looking.
We
Cheating.
know you're looking. We know you're looking, Bronny.
Where are you looking, Bronny? Looking at Princess
I'm not.
Celestia.
What the heck am I looking at? Other than
Yeah, she's right, Princess Celestia. Apparently, you're pining after that alicorn.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just-
dissing
I
your
just
girl.
think that Celestia is the only good alicorn. That's not,
So I'm nothing. I'm not good. I'm trash. Why? Why are you saying these things to me? This is you not being a good boyfriend right now. This is it.
This is not news. I've always been a bad boyfriend. I tried to warn you and you
Sweetie,
didn't
let's
listen.
go to Florida. I want to go kick his butt right now.
Okay.
Tired of his crap.
Clayton says, I don't like how they made Spider-Man careless about keeping his identity a secret.
I was kind of like, about the ending, but I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes having a secret identity gets boring. It works in the TV shows for a bit, but then you're just bored with it.
I think the only times where it gets frustrating is when someone's like super close to one identity and hasn't figured out. Like, I like that Mary Jane figured it out. I was like, good, because it really wouldn't have made too much sense if she hadn't. You know, it's when people pull a Lois Lane that you're like, really, you like, don't get me wrong.
You don't know, girl.
Yeah, it's like him fooling the rest of Metropolis. Okay, fine, but really. You haven't figured it out. You spend a heck of a lot of time with both of his identities, and you haven't put two and two together?
I didn't have any faith in the Clark Kent disguise until I accidentally pulled it off myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was this one time that I had an interview with Disney, so I shaved. This was in 2014. I shaved, and then I lost my glasses. And then coincidentally, in between all that, I went to a convention, and I met up with one of my friends, and I said, hey, you know, how are you doing? And he goes, I don't know you. And I'm like, it's me. And I looked at him oh yeah, and I had my sunglasses on, which covered up my eyes. So, you know, when I showed him my eyes, he figured it out.
Yeah, but he doesn't shave. He just takes off his glasses.
I don't know. Would you be able to recognize me?
Probably. Very likely.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, there was a time I felt kind of bad about this. There was a time I was at BronyCon, and someone I knew really well, like, passes in front of me, and she's like, hey. And I'm like, yeah, hi. And I'm thinking, like, hi, random fan. And then I, like, do a double take and go, oh! And she's like, yeah, hi. I'm like, sorry, shoot. Because I think at that time I was talking to a whole bunch of my fans. And so I thought she was just like, it's like, hey, random fan. Oh, you're not random fan. Oh, I'm a horrible person. Hi.
I really like when fans come and talk to me. I find it very humbling. But sometimes they just come up to me and they don't have like anything to say or talk about, and that ends up feeling kind of awkward.
I think it's awkward.
And I hope that doesn't sound like me complaining, because that's not my intention. But like if you're gonna come up to me, you know, if it's just to say you like my show or something like that, that's cool. And if you want to talk to me about something, I highly encourage that. I love having conversations with just about anybody. But if you're just gonna like kind of stand there and stare at me, it feels weird.
They're ogling.
And that happened a few.
You're like,
I'm bringing that up because it happened a few
America's
times
ass.
at BronyCon.
No, for me, when I have fans, it was really jarring, and not I'm saying like, oh, don't come up to me, because it's just like, I'm like, oh shoot, I have fans, especially when a lot of the time it would be while I was around more quote unquote horse famous people. Like I would be like, for instance, after Silver's panels, he'd always you couldn't get that man to walk away from his fans for the life of you, so he would always have a meet and greet. So my main thing was just making sure we weren't in everybody's way. So I'd be like, hey guys, can we not be in the middle of the walkway? Hey, son, you know, I'd be like, okay, silver lining, which is what I'd call his line of fans. You know, can we have a little bit of organization in the silver lining? And then every once in a while, people would want to talk to me, and I'm like, oh, hi. You know, and that happened at his table too. Like I would be at the very side of his table, and there's a little bit of a gap between like where the public are walking in front and the back of the table, and people would sort of duck their heads in to say hi to me, and I'm like, oh shoot, hi.
It's like,
I thought you were here for him. I assume everyone's here for him. And I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were like, well, he's busy, so I'll talk to you because you're not as busy. But... And that also happened at TF2 when we did a 2-hour meet and greet after the panel. And I got everybody chairs and I was organizing the line and blah, blah, blah. And I basically forgot that anybody gave 2/10 of a care about me. And so, like, as I'm organizing the line, people were stopping me like, hey, I want your autograph and your picture too. I'm like, oh, right. Forgot about that.
People keep bringing things to me and asking me to autograph them, and about half the time they have you in them, sweetie.
Probably.
And my favorite thing is to sign your butt.
Oh my.
I find that hilarious.
I feel like we had a competition about this, like BabsCon ago. You would be signing me. There was like a poster for one of our holiday specials, and you kept on signing me. I don't remember.
Because he is.
No, it
sweet.
was ever Free Northwest, and it was the first time that I did it.
Oh, really?
And somebody came up to me with a picture that I wasn't in, but you were in, so I signed it right on your butt in a way that it looked like you were terrified of the fact that my name was now plastered to your body. And then I took a picture of it and I posted it on Twitter, and you got really, really, really upset.
Probably.
And I laughed.
Well, probably not legitimately upset. I was probably just like, boy! Okay.
Yep.
There were some people who would hand me something where I always like to double check. Like, sometimes I'd triple check, because there would be like this print that has something that Lightning Bliss did. And they'd be like, hey, got 3 minutes of not being on the air.
Okay, it's back. Okay, yeah, I wasn't paying attention, but no, we have 4 minutes. 4 minutes, guys. Say, if you have any last minute questions, comments, or concerns, please state them now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream. We have not been paying attention to the chat. Bronny, are they saying anything?
Nothing that I can really comment on. Honey Drop the Unicorn says Princess Sterling is the best Alicorn princess. I didn't know what to make of that, so I kind of skipped it.
I don't know who that is either. That's fine. No, don't fix your head. I feel like this one should go forward.
So what was it?
Something.
Oh yes,
Babs.
first time at BabsCon. So I was with, so I was sort of chilling with them because this was a little bit after Nightmare Nights, but only a little bit after Nightmare Nights. So nobody knew who I was, which was fine. I was chill with that. I was just happy to be in the presence of greatness as far as I was concerned. Every once in a while, you got somebody who was trying to be polite. They'd be like, oh my gosh, Dr. Wolf. Oh my gosh, Silver. Oh my gosh, Josh. And, like, I think just at one point, one guy got sick and tired of the awkwardness and was like, and you are? It's like, I think I recognize your voice. It's like, don't lie to me. You don't know who I am. It's fine. Don't you lie to me.
Don't you humor me.
Right?
I knew who you were, not through your videos, but because we were in the Rift together, and like I'm like, this person, I think it's Sweetie, mainly because she's wearing a pink shirt and there's paw prints on it. And I'm like, hey, you're Sweetie Bloom? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, Heather Bloss.
Yeah, and similarly, I was like, oh yeah, you're in the Rift and stuff. But we, like, hadn't talked much directly prior to that.
No.
We just sort of realized we were both waiting for Bronny.
Yes, I was waiting for him to comment on my pizza shirt.
And I was waiting for him because I was getting his badge for him? Something like that?
Oh yeah, there was a whole situation with that at the time.
Something with picking up his badge went awry.
I don't remember.
But yeah.
I don't think they would let you get it for me on account of you're not me.
Yeah, I think that's what it ended up being. You're like, hey, pick up my badge for me. And I had to text like, I can't because I'm not you. And you're like, stupid
you should have
people.
told them you were me. You could pass.
Put on
as
fake
me. You
beard, be like,
definitely
I'm
look like
Bronny
I
Buck.
I have more curves than you, sir. In all the wrong places.
I don't know, Bronny's pretty curvy.
He is not.
Okay, he's a block.
Yeah. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a bulldozer.
I am a nice, compassionate person, and I love everybody.
I'm talking physical, but okay. I mean,
Yes.
that you're not wrong, but sure.
Emotionally, you can be a bulldozer.
Yes, you are emotional bulldozer.
How much
Okay,
time
guys,
do we have
last
left?
minute of the stream. Last minute of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, concerns, or topics, bring them up now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream. Go!
I want to sing a song.
Sweetie's nose touched this. $50. Not the fact that I made this, but the fact that you touched it. With
I
your nose.
touched it with my presence.
That's what makes it worth money.
I remember I was threatening Dusty that I really wanted the Sea Pony version of his OC, the plush.
Oh, I remember that thing.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's so great! And I actually went to the charity auction just to sort of troll him. I wanted to be in his line of vision to have him see me bid for it so he could get mad at me. But it was auctioned off with a couple of other plushies as well as like a trip like to the Sea Brony convention, whatever the heck it is.
Oh.
And I'm just like, nah, fam, I don't.
I don't want the package.
I only came for the overhaul merman. Like that's all I'm here for. I don't want all of that nonsense. Never mind.
I just love the
Drop
Sea Pony plushes a
unicorn
lot.
Says I finally picked out my cutie mark.
Yay! What is it?
I don't know, and I don't think we have time to find out.
Yeah, the stream's technically over, but put that somewhere where we can see it. We're very interested. And so we had a great stream today. We finished all the legs on my ponies. Just got to give them hair, and they're all done. We'll see what we do with them afterwards. And next week we'll start a new project for a friend of mine for her birthday because she spoiled me so much on my birthday. I got to do something for her. I'll make something for this one.
We should make a life-size version of
Gosh, my thumb should have been over here.
Yeah.
I'm bad at this.
Because I can't see you on your monitor.
So, this has been a great stream. I'm glad everyone showed up. Bronny, Sweetie, I'm always happy when you guys are here. It makes me feel like I'm a part of a big, bad Brony family all the time. So, until next time, I'm Heather Blossom, she's Sweetie Bloom, and he's Bronny Buck. We'll see you in the next one.